Okay, take two. My camera just totally shut off. I don't know what's going on with it, but I already took the seam binding around it because I was just about to open it up, but I just had it tied with some coffee dyed seam binding. So as you can see, it's another little golden book journal, Aladdin. Um, Look, I have to give you guys the praise. Those of you who make perfectly straight signatures and your stitching is perfectly straight, I take my hats off to you because I just can't do it. I tried using the template. I feel really awkward when I'm using it. I don't know. I have issues. But but despite all that, I like how it came out. It is super chunky. Yeah, I went a little crazy with this one. I used that beautiful quilt that I got from Selena's shop. And if I was thinking what I would have done so I can get the full effect of this beautiful fabric, I would have folded maybe the edges because I was trying to, having like a nice clean edge because, I can't cut fabric straight either. So I just have this crocheted lace on the edges, on the front and the back. And there's my crooked stitching. Yeah, I have issues. I don't know why I can't get it straight, but I can't. And I have the Tim Holtz, whatever this thing that I can't ever remember, thing going there. And I just made this little tassel with a bunch of eyelash trim and sari silk and lace. So I tried to match the cover as much as I could. I also made this little dangle bead. If you follow me on IG, I posted it. I'm not the best at making these, but I really like how it looked with the cover. So yeah, so that's that. And so this just clips. You can just take it off, unclip it if you hate it or don't want to, deal with it. And yeah, so here we go. So let me make sure I stay in frame. So all the pages are in here from the original book, and they are in order. As I've been doing, I left the front cover because it's perfectly clean and lovely. And some of the, well, I think all of the pages I had to fold a little bit in this one. So I used some of the Marrakesh paper, all that I had left. I'm so mad that I only got one of those. And then I used some other papers to kind of match the book pages. So I made a little belly band here, and I have these telephone message things that I always forget to use that I coffee dyed, and I just put this little fun, I don't even know what this is. I think the bestie sent me this, so I was like, oh, that's fun, let's put that on there. So I just put it in there so you can journal on that, and I'll try to go quickly. I use that same vintage paper I used in the other one, and this time I attached it and put some washi tape there, and I folded it. I used my one and only that I have left, Martha Stewart border punch. And it's punch. I used the same punch. I just tried to alternate where I punched it so it won't look like the same punch, even though it is the same punch. So anyway, that's what I did there. And then here I use some of the black cards that you get from Michaels. And I did the ruffle fabric here that I sewed. And this is paper clipped. So it will, because I kept forgetting to put the magnets, because I wanted to put magnets, but I forgot. So you can add photos here, or you can journal with a white pen. That's just one of the cut aparts. You'll see a few of those from the Marrakesh paper. So this is just on here to keep it closed. And then I use my layaway tag here and this beautiful vintage die cuts that I got from my crafty friend P. Sorry, P, if I can't, I don't want to mess up your name. That's why I keep calling you P. And then some eyelash trim, and then I just took a safety pin and put some of my little beads on there, just some added little embellishment. Okay, try to stay in frame. And I left a lot of places for you to do your own little decorating. I added I forgot to put the little bling right there in the middle. The button I wanted to put there in the middle, so I have to put that in there. So this is upholstery samples that I've had forever, and so I just sewed this ribbon here and added this upholstery die cut flower, and then that just lifts up so you can journal on there. Thank you, Amity Bloom, for that little tip. And I have to put the little button there that I forgot about, and some ledger paper, a little die cut here that I use to make a tuck spot. This is a vintage index card that I got from my lovely customer, and I'm just going to call her my crafty friend, because at this point I think we're friends now. So yeah, just another cut apart from the collection. Here's another one that I just stamped, and another oh my goodness, cut apart from the collection. I like this. I am a beautiful, ambitious, tough woman. I love that. So, and then this is from a pad that I had, notebook, I'm sorry, that I had, and I had coffee dyed it, and I attached it with some washi tape, 2 sheets, so they can be upright so you can journal on them, and some coffee dyed paper. Sorry about the background noise. Here's one of the black envelopes that go with the black cards, and I just have a journal card from the collection, and that flips up. And added some washi tape here, and another journal card here, and then that flips out. Some more coffee dye paper. Oh, okay, this is not coffee dye paper. It almost looked like coffee dye paper. That's the paper I got from the bestie. And then this is just another journal card and a Tim Holtz die cut that you can journal on. I won't take it off to save time. And more coffee dyed paper. And here's some more of that vintage paper. And the original page, a little bit of stamping here. Coffee dyed paper. It's another cut apart from the collection, The Best Is Still to Come. Some ledger paper. Another book page. And here, okay, I did a lot of stuff here. I put a, the CD thing, I don't know what it's called. That has the little plastic in the middle. I just added some lace, and I glued it on this paper here, so this comes out. That's one of my journal cards that I stitched, and that flips up. I'm going to have to take this out so it can flip up properly. It's coffee dyed, and you can journal on the back of that. This is a Project Life card, and then here's another one of my layaway tags, and I use the leftover fabric. I actually pulled it apart. I didn't even know it was 3 layers of the quilt that I have on the spine. I pulled it apart, so I had 3 layers of fabric to use, so that's what you see here. Some more of that vintage paper. Another stamped page. Another little stamping. Some more book pages. There's the middle. There's the second signature. Some more stamping. More vintage paper. I sewed the leftover fabric from, this is the flip side of the one on the cover. yeah, I stitched on some cardstock, and then I added this gold trim that I actually was trying to use on the front cover, but it would not adhere at all. I used every kind of glue possible, and it would not work. So I used it inside instead. And then another one of my cards here that I stitched. I tried to stitch as much as I'm trying to practice as much as possible so I can get better at it. And then this is another cut apart, but from this paper collection that I can't remember. I think it's called Heritage. I think that's what it's called. A little stamping, ledger paper, some more of that paper that I coffee dyed from a notebook I had. And here's another one from that notebook. It's another cut apart from that collection. I made a tuck spot here with a journal card. Some more of that vintage paper. Some coffee dyed paper. Another book page. It's a little envelope, and inside I just have some of the smaller little like word from the collection that you can decorate your pages with. And of course you're going to get a goodie bag with some, I'll put that back later, with some more journal cards and tags and all kinds of embellishments. Here's another envelope that I washi taped, and a journal card. And another envelope, there's another journal card here. And of course that flips up. Some more of that vintage paper. I really like this paper a lot, as you can see. Here's another of the black card. This one I actually stitched on the card instead. The last one I didn't stitch, so you can see my little stitching. Not too bad on there. This is also the fabric that was in between that quilt. And then this is a tag that I made that has been coffee dyed. Some more of that notebook paper, coffee dyed paper. Some stamping, book page. Some more of the notebook paper, ledger paper. Some more stamping. And some more of the vintage paper. And then here's the last page of the book. Back here I put a bag that I got from my crafty friend, and I added, I made some tags with some leftover paper. Yeah, added some sari silk to it, and then I also got this from my crafty friend, some petty cash receipts, and I just stuck that in there. And there's like 2 or 3 pockets here. Oh, I did have one here, I think, something like that. And then this is just some leftover trim that I had in my stash, so I added it there. And that is it. So that is Aladdin, and it will be in my shop. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to put it in the shop today, because I don't know, the weather is kind of dreary today. But if I can get some decent pictures, I'll put it in the shop today. If not, it'll be in the shop tomorrow. So I hope you guys like it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.